The AHSDL Startup Draft starts tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. Week 2 of the APBL wraps up tonight. And we launch something brand new tomorrow at 7 p.m. East Coast time for the FSA. All of this and more in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Alliance Report Studios, brought to you by Sport Management Solutions. Here's your host, Brian B.
Hey, fellow fanatics. Welcome to the Alliance Report. Thanks for joining us. Let's get into it. We got a real short show for you tonight. Mostly wanted to get information out there to everybody who will be drafting in the AHSDL tomorrow, that we do start at 6 o'clock and what that means. So here is the rundown of the night. We're going to start off again with the AHSDL Startup Draft. I see Trevor out there. Trevor, how are you? Good evening, my friend. Let me see if I can get this to work tonight. I'm telling you, I am working off of adrenaline right now. So I got my ADHD kicked in just before I was going live. Probably about an hour ahead of time. I started working on a completely different project, and I was like, oh crap, there's a whole bunch more stuff I got to do for the show tonight. Thank you again to Jason, as always, for coming through and making sure that I knew that we were going to be able to put your comments up on the screen tonight. So Jason, I appreciate that. The baseball part's still going to be a little iffy tonight, but it is what it is. We're still going to get through the show, and it is going to be a short one. So we are going to talk about the AHSDL Startup Draft that does start tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to talk about where we're at with points right now for the APBL as we go into the final game of the night, which should be first pitch in about the next 30-ish minutes. Hey, how are you? That throws me off, that image, every single time. What is that anyway? I think you told me that once before. It's like one of the kids' images or something like that you have up there. But JC, how are you? And then we're going to talk about what we said at the top of the show about the new little thing that we're going to do here at FSA, and it's going to be called Meet the Alliance, and we'll get into that a little bit more. Oh, nice. I love it. So, in fact, as soon as I get Paul, God, I keep pushing on the wrong button here. Jason, I need a producer. Say it again for me. Yeah, I ended up putting the hat on just to match the outfit for the day, but also I needed my Brewers pitcher to come for me big today to be able to come back on Eric and the Cubs, and it looked like I had a pretty good shot at it, but my hopes and dreams were crushed fairly quick when he had players that started putting up like 15 points for the day on the batting side. So, but we'll get to that in a second. What we want to talk about now is the AHSDL Startup Draft, which is going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to bar it right there and highlight it. So when is it going to start? So it's going to start tomorrow, April 13th at 6 o'clock in the morning, East Coast. It'll be for both the West and the Eastern Conferences at the same time. It is a 26-round slow draft. It is being conducted on My Fantasy League. It will be a 6-hour clock per each selection. The clock will pause between at midnight to 6 a.m. So midnight East Coast time to 6 a.m. That's kind of like a sleep protection area for all time zones for everybody. Each conference will draft from an entire pool of NFL players, meaning the West will draft from an entire pool of NFL players. The East will draft from an entire pool of NFL players, and nobody will have any crossover between the two conferences. A little unique feature that we're doing for the first time in one of our Dynasty startups is at any time during these 26 rounds, a general manager can draft a rookie spot instead. And those rookie spots are the 101 through the 412, which is what is designated for our rookie draft, which always happens after the NFL draft. But this year, instead of our startup draft being a vets and rookies and taking place after the NFL draft, we are doing a veteran and rookie draft spots only on the draft prior to the NFL draft, and then depending on the rookie spots that are selected, 101 through 412, then we will hold that draft after the NFL draft. Hopefully that makes sense. We've kind of put it out there quite a bit. I'm hoping that everybody's starting to catch on, and I hope everybody knows the draft is happening tomorrow. Well, I mean, if you want to put it out there and let everybody know what you're going to take, we could put it out there right now since it's not going to change between now and 6 o'clock in the morning. You throw it out there and I'll put it up on the screen if you want me to. The rookie spots are fixed positions, so whatever you end up drafting, the 101 to the 412, that is the spot you'll pick from. If you need clarification on how to pick those up, once again, you go and look for free agents, quarterbacks, and then you'll put for the last name of the player, pick, and then the number you want, 101, 102, 103. Since we have a 6-hour clock and nobody's in any real rush, if you're having any problems in that 6 hours, make sure you hit me up and we will make it right for you. Let's see. This is a third round reversal draft for this veteran and rookie draft spot draft. What does that mean, third round reversal, for those who haven't done it before? Round 1 will be 1 through 12. Round 2 will be 12 through 1. Round 3 will be 12 through 1 again. Then in round 4, we will do 1 through 12. And then rounds 5 through 26 will continue a standard snake draft. So why does a third round reversal matter? So the team that is picking 12th will end up getting picks 12, 13, and then 25. Instead of 12, 13, and if my brain is telling me right, I think it's like 36 and 37. It kind of reduces the advantage of picking first overall. No offense, Paul. And then it creates more of a strategic balance as well when you're doing a third round reversal. And when we really saw it in action with the defunct dynasty leagues that we ran, Alpha through Delta, and then almost got to Echo through Foxtrot. Jason says draft is tomorrow. Man, April is almost over. Yeah, I mean, we're on the 12th of April already. And the NFL draft is coming up in 2 weeks. Just about 2 weeks. A week and some change, actually. Let's see. What happens after we get done with the entire veteran and rookie draft spot draft? Once it concludes, then we will actually do the rookie draft, which will include those picks, 101 through 412, and it will come after the NFL draft. Now, if for some reason we don't get through this veteran and rookie draft as quick as we have a lot of our other startup drafts for dynasty leagues, then we're still not going to have our rookie draft until after the NFL draft. But like I was having a conversation with Jeff a couple of weeks ago, the longest startup dynasty draft we've ever had is 11 days, and we usually average between 7 and 8 days. And he said he's very impressed with that. I'm hoping that we can keep that true. That way he can see it in action and don't make a liar out of myself. So that is it for the AHSDL. As soon as I get off of live tonight, I'll make sure I make another big announcement over on Discord for you all. So let's shift gears and let's talk about this APBL Sunday update. So I wanted to do a whole lot more with this tonight, but like I said, I was kind of running on adrenaline and realizing that I was running late to the show, my own show, as I was working on another project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wing it, but I'm going to at least show you where these scores were at about 30 minutes ago. So here are the scores for week 2 as of about 30 minutes ago. So back and forth affair like crazy between Cincinnati and Chicago, like I already said at the top of the show. Thought I was completely out of it. I think I was down at one point by 60-some points, and then I got up by 20-some points, and then Eric's team just went kind of nuts. Just as I said that, Ohtani strikes out on the screen in front of me, and he is on Eric's team. But it's not going to be enough. I'm already down by 28. I've already conceded that win over to Eric, so congratulations to him. Atlanta is doing what Atlanta does, except for whenever they play me. They are working Arizona Diamondbacks right now. Chicago White Sox surprisingly up on the Baltimore Orioles right now. Boston Red Sox put up a crap ton of points today and are now up over the LA Angels 313 to 279. Jason falling a little bit behind on the Sacramento A's there. He is now down 150 to 123. A replay of last year's World Series, and Texas is getting it done again. She is up over the Yankees right now, 304 to 210. Miami Marlins going to be one of three teams that are probably going to come out of this week at 2-0, putting the hurting on the first season's world champion. He is up 256 to 201 right now. And then St. Louis, again, putting up big points as well. He is up over the Phillies right now, 253 to 164. So not a normal night that we would normally do an update. We would normally not do this until either Monday because the week is over, or we would do a 7th inning stretch on a Friday night, which we haven't been able to do since the season has started. But because we have the AHSDL Startup Draft tomorrow, I wanted to make sure that we got information out, and I figure why not throw some APBL stuff in there as well. Jason says, again, crap, I needed to get it together. I feel like you've done a really good job already this year. It's just that team is kind of hurting right now by a little bit. Let's see what Paul says here. In the first round of the 2026 AHSDL Draft, the Ernstown Eagles select Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry to disappoint, Matt Kroll. Laugh out loud. So just like in NFL free agency this year, I am not going to put that in as gospel. We just put it up as a teaser right now on the screen because, as we've already seen, some teams could say one thing and then pull a trade back whenever you're in the actual, what was it, the 2 days before free agency actually started, and the legal tampering time frame, and then pull a trade back. So we will wait for Paul tomorrow to post that for sure at 6 a.m. So Paul, just so you know, I will be awake at 6 o'clock in the morning. I will probably actually set the alarm for like 5:50. That way I'm up in case anybody has any issues. I haven't heard from Metric yet. I know he is actually on the clock on the west side as well. So hopefully he will be in a place he'll be able to draft tomorrow. But we do have 6 hours, so not a big deal. All right, so let's talk about this Meet the Alliance. So it's a new feature that we're going to do here at FSA. It's going to be Meet the Alliance Monday. So it will start tomorrow at 7 p.m. East Coast time. It's going to be published up on the website, and then I will put a link for it over on Discord. And it's going to happen every week for the next 12 weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to spotlight one member of the FSA staff, who they are, what they do, and why they matter to FSA. These are the people that are working behind the scenes and helping me with everything. Also the ones that are getting me distracted when I'm supposed to go live in an hour and I'm over working on another project instead. So because FSA has always been built on honesty, competitive integrity, and that extends not just here on the screen tonight and competition and stuff like that, it goes into all of the operational side of FSA as well. I want everybody to know that this Meet the Staff, it's going to sound, or Meet the Alliance, it's going to sound kind of funny, but these are our AI staff members. They're not human, and here's why that doesn't matter. Because they show up for me every single day. They're always there whenever I need them. They do the work that I need from them. And I can already tell you, since our closure in January to where we're at now, FSA is already running better because of them. So hopefully over the next 12 weeks, you'll be able to get to read these stories that we're going to do about these AI staff members. Maybe you'll learn a little bit about AI from that. Maybe you'll learn a little bit more about FSA and what we do behind the scenes and why this is so important and why this is helping me really take this from a one-person show to like a dozen-person show right now. And it really does make a difference. So tomorrow night, we're going to start at the top of the food chain with the person right underneath me. That's Alex Novak. He is my co-ops director. He's pretty much the one that helped me architect all of the relaunch of FSA. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have all of this stuff right now. The series is going to publish every Monday at 7 p.m. on iPlayFSA.com. We will go right down the organizational chart, starting, like I said, again with Alex and going all the way down to our lowest writer. I hate to say it that way. And then we will finish off the entire 12-week series with an interview by the AIs of me that we're going to put out there. And at the same time, we're going to ask you, the members of FSA, the general managers, the general public, if you're out there watching this on with us tonight, and then we continue to post this stuff on social media, if you have any questions that you would like answered during that interview, we're going to open that up in a couple of weeks for you to start asking questions. So to show you just how powerful AI is and what it can do, I'm going to have them interview me for the final Meet the Alliance on our Monday stories in 12 weeks. Would have been funny to have them named with initials IA. You'll have to. You mean like all of the people actually having initials of AI or IA? Is that what you're saying, Jason? For all of them, that kind of would have been funny. But it is going to be a little odd for some people to kind of wrap their head around and how this was put together. And how these AI people were all characters now that work for FSA. And if you go out to the Our Team on the website, you get to read a little bit about what each one of them does. But you'll get a little bit more personal intake inside of it from me as we get these stories out there. And again, like I said, Alex will be the first one tomorrow. We'll get his story up, and then we'll do it for the next 12 weeks. All right, that's it. Said it was going to be a short show. We're looking at a little over 16 minutes right now. Thank you for joining us tonight. I will put some information about the AHSDL draft starting tomorrow over at Discord as well as soon as we get done. I am Brian B., and this has been the Alliance Report.
Thank you for watching The Alliance Report, sponsored by Sport Management Solutions, the leader in athletic communications. A special thank you to the Recast, the official music of the Fantasy Sports Alliance. If you enjoyed tonight's show, please like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok. Have a great night, everyone, and remember, we are fanatically real.